I don't know if y'all seen this new viral sculpture, but it's a life-size chocolate man. I want y'all to look at these pictures because they're super disturbing, but it's a sculpture. If y'all know anything about Marina Abramovich, I'm about to show y'all the comparison between this sculpture and the one that she made. Like, do y'all see how realistic it looks? Sculpture? This is not art. This is not an art show. This is spirit cooking. Look it up. Back in 2013, Marina Abramovich had this art party. And she had a lot of disturbing art, one of them being this woman. Now, doesn't it look like she's covered in you know what? And look at them. They are literally eating her. How would that look appetizing to you? It only look appetizing to you if you eat humans, aka they do.
You know what plantation they've never shown us, Abby? The most prominent ones. The ones that were most profitable. The breeding plantations. Why don't you want to show us those? You know why? Because after the research that I did for this album, you realize that the moment that a girl menstruated, she was put in a stable where a horse would be and forcibly mated. Forcibly by a male of the slave master's choice. And when she had children, they weren't called children, they were called a litter of pups. The punishment being or killing a person in medieval Spain is gelding. Gelding is when you take hot pincers and you take a man's balls and dick off root and stem. Killing a person, law of the Bible, right? Medieval Spain, super religious. You killed a man, he should be killed. Why were indigenous and black people categorized as subhuman? So under the law, you would not be punished for the things that you did to us. That's why. You used to be proud, right? You used to be proud, white America, of murder. You used to be proud of colonization. You used to, wow, that made us tough. And then you got ashamed of it. And that's what you're dealing with. That's what America's dealing with, a schizophrenic crisis. There's a British manual, right, that was taken out of the British Museum because within the manual, it talked about how it was a weapon of war that should be used against the indigenous population. You're ashamed of that now. You're ashamed, right? Who was Christopher Columbus? His image has been so whitewashed, but he was trafficking little girls on an island. Who does that sound like, huh? All you right-wing defenders of Christopher Columbus and his legacy, he was trafficking 9-year-old indigenous girls on an island. Who does that remind you of, you intellectual coward? Just because liberals are dog shit doesn't mean that you shake hands with the devil, right? The same way I tell people all the time who are white working class people who hear about reparations for black people and automatically get upset. You know, they hear the word Africa and they're furious already. But the problem is this. The money doesn't come from you. No, it comes from the financial institutions that banked and built their stock exchange on labor, on the payback that they got from slavery. Because reparations is not actually what African people are asking for in this country. African American people are asking for the other half of reparations. You see, America already paid reparations at the end of the Civil War to slave owners. They gave them money per black person that they let free, and they refused to honor the people that were actually victimized. So until you do that, you will always be cursed, America. And you can call me a communist, a socialist, but you know what? It doesn't matter what you call me. You know that I'm right, right? And you know that I stand more for indigenous rights than I do for the European interpretation of a left-wing ideology that doesn't always work in a cookie cutter scenario when you plug it into Latin America. Because at the end of the day, that was still being pushed by two large governmental entities that wanted to challenge the United States' control of the region. We're tired of being pawns.
I wasn't going to say nothing. I really wasn't. But Canada, report to the front and explain yourself expeditiously, because what the fuck was that? It's beef? Let me know, because the way y'all was bringing smoke to the doorstep, It don't make no fucking sense. Like, I never seen this shit in my life. And I don't want to hear nothing about wildfires either because there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I'm about 8 hours away. But what really got me is the shit went on for 2 to 3 business days. You telling me you can't clear up some funky ass smoke that's 8 hours away? Like, my app telling me mask up and stay indoors, but my job is still calling me telling me come in. The rent still gotta be paid, so what the fuck? What? Like, it's given state emergency, but it's not, but it is, but it's not. The first day I come out of work, I'm like, why outside look like this? Second day is yellow duty brownish, like, huh? Got me texting motherfuckers like, how's the air today? Is it breathable? Like, fuck you talk about. Then look at how y'all did my boy. Got him looking sick as fuck. I said, why can I see directly into the sun? He looking at me, I'm looking at him, he looking at me. Like, fuck Canada and we not buying your gooses no more. Fuck.
So these are the facts. Only 5 people can fit on this submarine at one time. It's a company called Ocean Gate that basically takes 5 passengers down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean to view the Titanic wreck. But this the crazy part about it. The submarine is welded from the outside, you feel me? So once you inside, it ain't no way to get out. Like, it ain't no emergency exits. Once you inside of it, you stuck. And that ain't even the craziest part. The craziest part is it's controlled by a controller like this.
So the update is on the missing submersible is that they are believed to be dead. Like, they have just ran out of oxygen at this point. Now people are bringing up this clip from The Simpsons, and it's got everybody thinking.
Simpsons did it again. They predicted it. This time with the submarine that's going missing. Everything that's literally going on, the Simpsons predicted it. Like, for instance, a rich man looking for treasure with his son in a submarine.
Searching for treasure with my long-lost son.
A homemade submarine. The episode also shows as they're underwater, they see a wrecked ship at the bottom of the ocean floor, aka the Titanic. And upon being underwater, as Homer goes to go up, he gets stuck at the bottom. And not only does he get stuck at the bottom, the oxygen meters start to come on. And it goes from low to lower to gone. Ain't that crazy? And speaking of the missing marine, here's some facts you need to know about what's going on. The Ocean Gate Titanic is currently lost in the Atlantic Ocean. It cost about $250,000 per person to go on the excursion. There were 5 people on board. Now, the plan was to view the wreckage of the Titanic that sunk over 100 years ago. And get this, in order to go on the trip, you had to sign a waiver acknowledging that you may die.
I think it was General MacArthur said, you're remembered for the rules you break. And, I've broken some rules to make this.
This sub never had any waivers or certifications by any regulators.
So y'all know there has been so many fires in Canada, right? Y'all know everything's been on fire. It's been heck of fires. 11 million acres burning in Canada right now. Peep the Canada situation. The submarine departed in Canada. Hand to God, 2 nights ago, my mom comes in my room and she says this at 1 a.m.
You have to look at all these numbers and where they placed on an axle on the earth too. So what they're doing is they're sacrificing these men to the god of the water god and hope that they will help them and save them because planet is getting rid of everybody and getting rid of the filth. So what they're doing is they set this capsule as a sacrifice. These people are not coming back. They're not coming back. These people are not coming back. This is a
Why
sacrifice.
do they look like they being sacrificed?
This is a sacrifice.
It says no seats for the passengers.
5 people. This is a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice of 5 males, sacrifice given to the water for them. This is a sacrifice. They sent them down there for a sacrifice.
If y'all want to hear the rest of that video, it's on the YouTube channel. They were going to the same place where a bunch of rich white people died. There were no human remains after the Titanic sank. So I'm deep diving. I look up, when did the Titanic sink? 1912. Now, do y'all remember what also happened in 1912?
2 black teenagers were accused of rape. They were tried, convicted, and sentenced to death in a single day. And after they were executed, a mob of white men terrorized, drove out, or killed all the black people in the surrounding area. And they did that until the entire black community of Oscarville disappeared. The county went from having over 1,000 black residents in 1912 to 0 in 1920. That story is so sad, it makes this story look like a comedy. After the black community had been run off, the white people of Forsyth County said, you know what we could use? A big old lake. So they made one, right where the town of Oscarville had just been. They flooded the area and literally covered up the entire town with water.
And in that same year, the Titanic sunk. Think I'm playing? Oscarville, Georgia burnt down in 1912. More than 1,000 residents were forced to flee. Stay with me. In that area where the Titanic sunk, it just continuously eats rich people. This is another thing that's bothering me. You see that symbol? It looks like claws coming out of it, like almost a monster's feet or something. And that's the stomach. I just looked up black, red, yellow, white circle symbol. Now, I may be wrong, but it kind of looks similar. It is an ancient sacred symbol used by many tribes. It signifies Earth's boundary and all of the knowledge of the universe. It is used in ceremonies. I don't know how that ties into what's going on, but he made sure to take a picture in front of it. Not to mention, he got NASA socks on. Now, it has been said that the ocean has black holes. Some people say it's portals down there, and I believe it's space, really. And I feel that NASA knows about this. They already got a documentary on the Titanic tourist submarine ready to air. This is why me and my mom were saying this was planned. Why would they put them in a submarine that is closed off? You can't even open it. There's no doors. Inescapable. Do y'all believe it was a sacrifice to stop the fires? Let me know what y'all think. Y'all stay dangerous.
I'm gonna need y'all to really pay attention to what I'm doing. Y'all calling me this, calling me that, acting like I'm crazy. Pay attention. They said the last full moon was early December, and we've had a bunch of full moons every day and blood moons. Now look at this. Why do the clouds have light, first of all? Why do the clouds have light, first of all? And where is the moon? I just want to know, where is the moon? It's 9 o'clock at night, Miami, Florida. You know this. That's my compass. That's my compass. Where's the moon? There's no moon. Where's the moon? That's a star. Star. That's a star. Get closer. That's a star. Where is the moon? Remember, it'll be over here, right? Remember, it'll be over here. That's a street light. These are street lights. Where's the moon? Where is the moon? Exactly. And why do these clouds have light? Why are these clouds bright? Why do these clouds have lights? Pay attention to what I'm doing here, okay? Why is the moon moving at different speeds and going different places now? It's only been 24 hours. What's going on?
Psst. Hey. Nigga, wake up. Man, who the fuck is this? It don't matter, bro. I'm here to save y'all niggas. So all y'all in here, grab y'all shit, and we about to
Get back to work.
Man, get your dumb ass out my face. You came in this bitch with a whip. In my time, nigga, we got switches. And I know your corny ass don't know what that is, so I'ma just let you be dumb and find out. Man, nigga.
Yeah, well, the proof? It's strange that they don't have no pre-video of them getting into the motherfucker. You know, hey, y'all, we get ready to go in this motherfucker. I'm putting on my hat, you know, putting on my girl, you know, that we normally. So there's no pre-video of all them getting in. And they said, okay, y'all, we have to bolt it down. So there's no video of that. There's no video of them being dropped down in the water. There's no video of that. So there's no video of another submarine saying, hey, there they go right there. On side of them right there. That's them right there. So them say, hey, y'all, they ain't showed us no video or nothing. So y'all tell her, listen, we ain't seen nothing. Y'all believe this shit? When I tuned in and I started thinking logically and analyzing, I tuned out immediately and say, boy, they bullshit in the world. You can't make me believe this shit is real and it's true. And then they saying it exploded and it's debris at the bottom of the ocean. Listen, people, we have never been to the bottom of the ocean. That's the abyss.
Right.
Nobody has ever been to the bottom of the ocean. It's not even a camera that can go that far down. Homie, listen, it's so dark at the bottom of the ocean. It's things that we've never seen that's down there. It's things that have had to adapt. Man, come on, homie. I was always told you only believe half of what you hear and half of what you see. So who saw anything?